What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna reveal all my secrets to you guys. I recently started cutting again about a week ago, which means I have a new routine, I have a new way that I'm training, I got new cardio I'm doing, new macros, new meal plan, new everything. In this video, I wanna leave no stone unturned, and I wanna break down every single thing I'm doing in order to get lean, shredded, and dare I say, sexy. We're gonna be covering quite literally everything, so hopefully you guys can learn something from this video. And for those of you that don't really know where to start on your fitness journey, keep in mind that as people, each and every one of us is different. Whether you're male, female, you're 6'6" or 5'4", 280 pounds or 180 pounds. Your nutritional requirements and the way you should be doing things are gonna vary from what I'm doing unless you have identical stats. So don't just do exactly what I'm doing, but you can learn to tweak it, add in some calories, take some away. And basically I want you to understand that there's no one size fits all solution. As long as we're on the same page about that, I think we can get to breaking this down. Come on. And right here, I'm gonna give you guys an idea of what my physique is like right now, about a week and a half into this. What I've already reaped the benefits of is the first week or so of dieting, where you drop a lot of water weight, you reduce inflammation, makes you less puffy, and also I'm pretty carb depleted right now, so my glycogen is not as full. But if you look here, I'm looking pretty tight, looking pretty lean already. I like the way my arms look, I like the way my core is starting to come in, my chest is looking pretty good. Overall, I'm in a pretty good starting place, which is why I always preach to people. Even when you were trying to put on size, you're eating a little more than normal, maybe you aren't tracking, you should still be eating anabolic foods, eating enough protein, and not just diving headfirst into pizza and ice cream. I'm speaking from experience. Nothing is worse than getting lean, loving your body, and then going on a bender for 3 months and then realizing it's gonna be even harder to get back to that point the next time because you gained even more weight. If you never let yourself get too out of shape, it's never gonna take that long to get back into shape. So yeah, this is my official starting point right here. I'm about 186. And when I started this last week, obviously I was inflamed. I was coming off a pretty bad weekend. I was about 193 pounds. So that's how quick it can happen, guys. Although that initial weight isn't true fat loss, still getting that inflammation and bloat off is one heck of a feeling. So yeah, this is where we're at. Feeling pretty good. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that little mini bulk I did work. So yeah, how we're looking right now, it's gonna be pretty easy to get the rest of this off. Let me break it down for you. So now that you've seen my physique, you realize we have a little bit of work to do. Now you might wonder what my goal is. If I weigh right now 184 to 186 approximately, what goal weight do I wanna hit? Is that 172? Is that 168? And to be honest, there's not really a number I like to put on it. I always tell people it's good to have goals to try to hit, but for me, I've done this so many times, it's not even about a specific weight, it is about a specific look. I will put some clips on the screen right here of my last shred, what I got down to, how I looked, and basically I'm just trying to look just like this. I'm not extremely diced. I'm not ready to step on stage, but to 99% of people, I look like I am in phenomenal shape. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and most importantly, reaching this point is not really that hard to do. Now, when it comes to my diet and the macros I'm gonna be eating on to continue this shred, what I like to do personally is do something a little different than how most people do it. If you follow bodybuilders, you follow people that really do this for a living, they always preach you get a set of macros, you hit those exactly. You don't have any cheat meals, you don't do anything like that. You are consistent every single day, and in turn, no matter what, as long as you follow that program, you're gonna get shredded. But for me, I live in the real world. If someone wants to do that, more power to them. But for me, I gotta have a life. My weekends are never going to be as strict as my weekdays. And no matter who tells me that's wrong or they say that's not the way to do it, I've gotten shredded every single time doing it this way. And personally, I find that type of balance, that type of social life, almost a necessity for happiness. So I'm not gonna change the way I'm doing things now. If certain people wanna be robots and sit there and just meticulously chicken, rice, and broccoli every day, all week, more power to them. If you find happiness in that, good for you. But I'll be damned if I can't take my girlfriend out to a nice dinner, enjoy a couple glasses of wine, and let loose a little bit on a weekend. I think I've owed at least that much, but that's just me. You can take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you how I do things. Now, when it comes to how much I'm eating in the exact macros, I'm gonna break it all down for you in as simple a way as possible. So we all understand what the total daily energy expenditure is. We each have one. And essentially, based on our height, weight, age, gender, all of that stuff, we're gonna have a BMR, or a basal metabolic rate, which is essentially the amount of calories we burn in a day just by simply existing. If you woke up and you just laid in bed all day and didn't move, that would be your base metabolic rate. And then after that, if we factor in your movement, your exercise, your gym, maybe you have an active job, maybe you walk laps around your house all day, all of that is going to burn calories. So you add that to the basal metabolic rate, the BMR, and then that number, once you take the base and you add the calories you burn to it, is your total daily energy expenditure. For me, right now, I'm estimating mine is anywhere between 2,700 to 3,000 calories a day. That is based on the amount of movement I get, my training, and all that stuff, which I'll break down the training here in a little bit. But essentially, if I wanted to stay the exact same weight, those are the amount of calories I would need to eat in a day. Now, since we've broken down all of that, hopefully you guys understand the terms. If you want to figure out what your TDEE is, your total daily energy expenditure, you can always use this website, tdeecalculator.net. It'll get you right in the ballpark. That way you have a rough idea of what you're doing. I recommend before you start any diet, you at least use that to get a rough idea of where you should be. Now, when it comes to how much I am actually eating, what I decided to do on this cut was take the aggressive approach, and I'm eating 2,000 2,000 calories a day. Some people have aneurysms when they hear you're eating anything over a 500 calorie deficit, but I don't tend to think of it as a daily thing. I look at it more as a weekly average. So if I'm taking every single day, I'm eating 2,000 calories, that ends up putting me in a 700 to 1,000 calorie deficit. If I know on the weekends, I want to be a little more lax, still mindful, but I know I'm going to be consuming more calories. At the end of the day, it all evens out. And in my experience, this has always worked great, and it helps give me a social life at the exact same time. Right now, I am eating 2,000 calories a day, right? And I only have 2 rules that I follow. The first rule being that no matter what, if I'm trying to shred, I'm going to hit that 2,000 calorie number within plus to minus 50 calories. It gives me a little bit of leeway. So if I hit 1,960 calories, that's totally fine. Or if I hit 2,040, that is totally fine. The second rule is that I want to make sure I'm hitting a minimum of 200 grams of protein every single day. Anytime you are cutting down and you aren't eating enough protein, that is a recipe for disaster, and you might end up skinny fat. Anytime your diet is not adequate in protein and amino acids, your body is going to look for those on you as fuel when you're in a calorie deficit. And if you're wondering where it's pulling those amino acids from, it is pulling it from the muscle on your body. So ensuring your diet is rich in protein is huge, and I always personally like to hit at least 200 grams. And I want to clarify something for you guys. If those are the only 2 things I'm worried about, then for me, fat and carbs are literally meaningless. Let me give you guys an example. So for me, these 2 things have no difference at all. Let's say I had a day where I ate 50 grams of fat, 220 grams of protein, and 165 grams of carbs. That would equal 1,990 calories. To me, that is a win. We kept fat around 50. We got our minimum of 200 grams of protein. We hit 165 grams of carbs. Pretty good. But on the flip side of that, if the next day my diet was different and I ended up with 100 grams of fat, only 200 grams of protein, and 75 grams of carbs, which equaled 2,000 calories, I'm not looking at that day as any different than the day before. Once again, we hit our calorie goal and we hit our protein goal. It is quite literally that easy. Too many people overthink it. Too many people are putting way too much stock in too many different things. At the end of the day, the law of thermodynamics does not lie. If you're eating less calories than your body needs in a day and eating enough protein, your body's gonna figure the rest out, and you're gonna keep losing weight, and it's gonna be way easier. Seriously, if you don't believe me, give it a try, check back in a month, and tell me how you feel. And just to show you guys how easy this really is to do, I'm gonna pull up the MyFitnessPal app on my phone and show you what a typical day looks like. So starting off, you can see here on my screen, we got breakfast, we got lunch, and we got dinner. Now these are all meals out of my Anabolic cookbook, which is a godsend if you're trying to diet and you want to eat foods that you actually enjoy that are loaded down with protein. It makes hitting that minimum protein goal an absolute pinch, and even when you're trying to bulk and you're still eating these foods, it can help you stay a little leaner, a little better, because you're eating the better versions instead of just regular old pizza. So if you want to check out my cookbook, hit the link down in the description box. You won't regret it if you get it, I guarantee it. Anyways guys, so this is what a normal day would look like. Let's say for breakfast I have 4 chocolate chip waffles, which gives us 40 grams of protein with 360 calories. For lunch, I make 3 of my Anabolic chicken littles, a KFC favorite, love those. We get 690 calories with 84 grams of protein. And then for dinner, I make one of the thin crust pepperoni pizzas, which is 485 calories with 52 grams of protein. So right now we're at 1,535 calories on the day. If I go to the nutrition, you can see we're already at 176 grams of protein, which is insane. I'm only 24 grams of protein away from my goal, which is great, but I still have some leftover calories. So instead of making a whole nother meal, I like to keep some cool snacks on hand. So let's say here, we'll go to the snacks, grab some cottage cheese. Let's say we do 224 grams, bingo. That bumps me to 1,715 calories. We still got more to go. And another snack I love we can add right in here is zero sugar beef jerky. We'll go ahead and do 2 ounces of that, bingo. Puts me at 1,855 calories. Then if I want to fill in the rest, another food I'm absolutely loving recently is baked flamin' hot Cheetos. We'll go ahead and do 1 ounce of those, nice little snack, and boom, check it out guys. We were at 1,995 calories. We had 3 primary meals. We had 3 snacks in there. If I go down to nutrition, I can see I hit 232 grams of protein, 190 grams of carbs with 34 grams of fat. For me, this is an absolute win. And not only did I enjoy what I was doing, it was absolutely simple. And keep in mind, I am also on TRT, so I'm not worried about my hormones, so my fat can be a little lower. Seriously, when you use this app, you know exactly what you're eating. You're eating out of my cookbook. You got some good healthy snacks around. This whole process has never been easier. So that right there is the diet portion, freaking easy. It is so easy for you to go to that website that I showed you, tdeecalculator.net, grab your total daily energy expenditure, get the MyFitnessPal app, start eating recipes on my channel, out of my cookbook, finding some healthy snacks, filling in the blanks, and boom. I'm telling you, anybody watching can do this. A lot of people want to lose weight. A lot of people want to make results. But at the end of the day, most people are too lazy to just download the app and do some tracking and do a little bit of cooking. But I promise if you do that, it is going to work no matter what. Don't overthink it and just do. Now, we're going to move on to the training aspect. And my training has been pretty consistently the same for really the last year and a half or so. And I always tell people that just because you have a good training regimen doesn't mean you're going to lose weight. 90% of it, in my opinion, is quite honestly your diet. You could have the best training in the world, but you could go to a buffet every night, stuff your face, and you're going to negate all the weight loss that you're trying to achieve. So keep that in mind. But here is my training, and I feel like when your diet's good and then your training is optimal, that's that's when the results happen rapidly. So right now I do bodybuilding style training and I'm doing a push-pull legs routine, which means if we start at the beginning of the week, if we took a Monday, that's gonna be chest, triceps, and shoulders, which is a push day. Tuesday will be back and biceps, which is a pull day. And Wednesday will be a leg day, which is everything lower body. We got quads, we got hammies, we got calves, all that good stuff. So in those 3 days, we effectively hit our entire body. And on the 4th day, I won't lift, I will just rest. And after that rest day for Friday, we're back to push day. On Saturday, we're back to pull day. On Sunday, we're back to legs, rinse and repeat. 3 days on, 1 day off with the lifting. That doesn't change, no exceptions, unless for some reason I'm going on a vacation and I got the older thing. And then when it comes to cardio, for the longest time, I was doing 40 minutes of hard cardio a day. And there for maybe about 4 months or so, I was doing 40 minutes of hard gym cardio and then 40 minutes of boxing every single day. One thing I didn't realize about this though is that I was quite literally exhausting myself. I was trying to do this a week and a half ago on such low calories and I was pretty tired. I wasn't a big fan. So what I decided to do was cut that cardio way back for this cut. If I'm eating 2,000 calories a day and my deficit is already such, then there's no need to further push that out with even more cardio. So in the beginning, I'm gonna start pretty light. I'm just gonna do 20 minutes of cardio a day, and I'm not even gonna do cardio that's super high intensity. I'm gonna do at least 20 minutes of boxing every single day or 20 minutes of incline treadmill walking. That's what I've been doing so far. I feel like I have a lot more energy. I feel really good about it, and if I notice my progress starts to stall even a little bit, I can easily ramp that back up. Plus, I've been doing 40 minutes of cardio for as long as I can remember, so to be quite honest, it's been kind of nice to have that time back. And when it comes for the duration of my lifts, normally I can get in and out of the gym in about 30 to 35 minutes with any of these body parts if we're not including cardio. I always tell people you don't gotta go in there for 2 hours and do a million things. You can get in there, do 5 different exercises, 4 sets apiece, 10 to 12 to 15 reps, maybe lower reps if you're trying to go heavier, whatever it is you're trying to do. You can crank all these things out and get in and out of the gym with a quickness. I do not spend too much time in the gym these days. For me, the gym isn't a place where I'm gonna be social, where I'm trying to go hang out and meet women. It's nothing like that. It's really get in, head down, put the work in, and get out. So for the shredding program, we've covered the diet, the training, quite literally the most important parts. But there is one small part that I'm gonna cover that I wanna let you know is not a necessity whatsoever, but I think the right supplementation can help you just that little bit more. I like to have little edges in my life personally, but keep in mind, none of this is something that's required. But first supplement that I'm taking every single day is 2 scoops of a greens powder. You just saw my diet. I don't really eat a lot of leafy greens or veggies. I've never liked them. I didn't grow up eating them. I had to force myself to start eating them when I got into bodybuilding. I absolutely hated them. And I kind of made my mind up that I'm just not really gonna do it anymore. I recommend you do. A lot of perceived health benefits technically, but for me, 2 scoops of greens a day covers those bases for me, and I'm totally good with that. So do 2 scoops of greens a day. And as of right now, we no longer have this on our website, so I'm not even gonna try to sell it to you. But if you get on Amazon, you can find tons of greens powders like Amazing Grass or something comparable that you can take, pretty inexpensive. It'll cover some of those nutritional bases. The second one I'm taking to do the exact same thing is a men's 1 a day multivitamin. Nothing fancy, got this super cheap at the grocery store, and 1 a day, even if it's not doing a whole lot, it makes me feel better, and it's got all these different vitamins and minerals in it, just in case I'm missing something. Now next up, this one is crucial, not even just for lifting, but I recommend everybody supplements with vitamin D3 every single day. You're naturally gonna get this from the sun, so if you're outside a lot, then you don't need to supplement with it. But if you're someone that works inside like I do, you tend to not be outdoorsy that much, this can do wonders on making your mood better, helping your skin, basically injecting a little bit of sunshine into your life when you don't have any. So vitamin D3 was something I noticed a big difference in when I started supplementing with it, and I haven't quit since. And then finally, this one is crucial. When you're not eating a bunch of veggies, then you may in turn not be getting a lot of fiber. Some of my recipes have a lot of fiber, but some don't. So I do like to supplement with about 12 grams of a fiber powder every single day. Helps keep you regular, helps keep that food moving, helps keep you less bloated. I'm a huge fan of this stuff. You can find it in the pharmacy section of your grocery. And I recommend if you have any issues with any of that stuff, you get some of this. You can get it flavored, like this is orange. I don't think it tastes too bad, and keeps me feeling good. And then finally, the one thing I'm taking right now, which there's a lot of different varying opinions on, but I'm taking turkesterone. Right now I'm taking 2 grams or 4 pills every single day. What this is an ecdysteroid. It's a plant steroid, and as of right now, as of the time we're filming this video, unless something came out that I know nothing about, there hasn't been any negative side effects associated with this, only positives. Derek from More Plates, More Dates seems to think that it's equivalent to low-dose Anavar, which is an anabolic steroid. And to be honest with you guys, I can't tell you if I notice a massive difference taking this or not, as far as my physique's concerned, but I do feel stronger, and like I'm able to get more reps in at the gym. So I am taking this. Before you start to take it, make sure you do some research, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm just giving you anecdotal evidence, but if you do decide you want to try it, you can always head over to theanabar.com, use my code RJF10, and you're gonna save money on a heavily discounted product. We're basically having an everything must go sale so we can focus solely on Anabar. So this is now the cheapest. You're probably gonna find it on the internet. You can get a full cycle for around 75 bucks with free shipping to your house if you go to the website and use that code. And you might want to act fast if you're interested because it's almost gone. So once it's gone forever. But yeah, I'm taking this. And maybe at the end of this cut, I'll see if I notice more differences because obviously as you lose body fat, you can see more of the muscle underneath. So maybe when I get shredded, I'm gonna look like handsome Squidward. A man can dream, can he? And other than those supplements, I am taking some branched chain amino acids in my water, which I mainly do just for flavor. There are some other benefits, but really I'm not doing it for the benefits. I've been doing it so long now. It's really just Kool-Aid to me. I also take pre-workout, and we have a pump product on our website as well that I take before my workouts, but those aren't really supplements I would say are doing a ton outside of the ones I showed you. So I didn't want to cover those, but I find those also can be beneficial, especially a pump product, because if you're in the gym and you're more pumped, you feel better. Good for your mental health, in turn might make you stick to your diet longer. A lot of this stuff can be placebo, but sometimes good placebo is beneficial. So yeah, that wraps up my full protocol. I want you guys to let me know down below, what do you think about the whole thing? What would you change? What would you do differently? Is there any supplements I'm missing? What are you guys' thoughts exactly? And for those of you that are currently on diets or cutting, how many calories are you eating in a day? How is your progress going? Leave that in the comment section below. We can all comment on each other's progress, on how much we're eating, our body weight, everything. Or maybe if you have questions about how much you should be eating, leave it down below, and a good member of the community can perhaps guide you in the right direction. So as always, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for checking out the channel. If you want to make this whole diet process way easier, don't forget you can grab my cookbook with over 250 recipes in it, all high protein, anabolic, perfect for your diet. You're actually eating food you enjoy. Instead of choking down chicken, rice, and broccoli, you can get this, put it in your pocket. It updates every time I add a new recipe, so it's the gift that keeps on giving. And quite honestly, I believe if you follow us in here, you're gonna see results no matter what. Hit that link in my description to check it out. You won't regret it. And I gotta give a quick shout out to the apparel sponsor of the channel, Young LA. Right now, I am rocking their perfect shorts, which I love the fit, and I'm rocking one of their tank tops that is super high quality. If you guys want some of the best gym/casual/wear wherever apparel on the market, you can head over to youngla.com. Use my code RJF. You're gonna save money, and I promise you're also going to look stylish, and you're gonna love what you get. And all the ladies out there, they're gonna be dropping a women's line in the fall, so it'll be coming soon. I want to have my girlfriend model it, and I'll be able to show you guys all that when it is out. For everybody that supported on there, thank you so very much. All right, folks, we are out. My game plan here is to update you guys on the progress of this cut. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and other social medias if you want to see frequent updates. And I'm gonna start bringing you guys more full days of eating and some more vlog style content because I'm tired of sitting in this house, and I feel like switching things up will be beneficial for all parties involved. So if that sounds good to you, let me know in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave me a comment down below. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see every one of you at the next video. See you guys. Wham, bam, bam, baby. We gone.